Hello, computer of the internet, and welcome back to more Phoenix Wright. Are we pressing on this?
I would think so.
I don't remember how we left off on the last episode. We slept and now we're awake. And
wow.
Yeah. Yeah, that's how it works. I mean, we could have slept and then not woken up, but then that would be dead.
But I'd be happier. Why?
Because no.
Aww.
Anyway, I should have mentioned 5 minutes. Excuse me. I should have mentioned those 5 minutes when I wasn't looking. Excuse me.
You're excused.
Oh wait, we're reading the witness testimony right now.
Yeah.
Okay. We're not actually crossing the enemy yet.
Correct.
I should have mentioned those 5 minutes. I wasn't looking at the screen, and now
Scene.
Screen. To the matter of the victim's shoe. Did I not bring this up? 2 types of blood were found on this shoe. One, of course, was the victim's, and the other blood type matched that of the defendant, Miss Lana Skye. This shoe proves it. It's a flawless, decisive evidence.
What? There was blood found on that shoe?
Try Lunchland for all your lunch and decisive evidence needs.
Witness, what's the meaning of this? Why is this the first time I've heard of this evidence?
Simple, as I've already said. I don't trust you with evidence, Mr. Edgeworth. That's why I took the liberty of investigating this myself. And then the judge are like, well, we need evidence submitted to the court before we start the trial, though. Like...
Actual legal proceedings. That's how it works, but this is an actual court, so...
Yeah.
And you had blood tests performed?
Didn't I mention? I have 3 boyfriends in forensics.
In any case, Your Honor, I can't accept this as evidence.
What?
You must know the 2 rules of evidence law. Rule 1. No evidence shall be shown without the approval of the police department. In other words, this shoe is illegal evidence. At least for the time being.
Oh, so they do address it. Okay.
Is that right, Mr. Wright?
It seems so. Edgeworth sure is celebrating. Not so fast, Mr. Edgeworth.
Oh.
Don't forget, I used to be a detective. As I mentioned previously, the shoe has already been tested by a member of the forensics department. As you can see, it was approved by the police department as of today. Even the general public can produce official evidence, Mr. Edgeworth.
Is that right, Mr. Wright?
It seems so. Edgeworth is looking pretty sullen.
You can at least study some evidence law, really. The prosecution's complaints notwithstanding, it appears that this evidence satisfies the first rule of evidence law. However, it seems you have yet another count against you, witness.
Anything to ensure the guilty are properly judged.
Very well. Mr. Wright, you may cross-examine the witness.
Well, okay. Well, before I do that, though, I'm going to do my 3D thing. My 3D thing.
So if you step in it, it's on the right side, on the outside of your right shoe.
Looks like it.
Ah! There's blood here too!
On the sole of the shoe, it's gotta be the victim's. He must have stepped in a puddle of his own blood.
All this blood. It's horrible.
This blood might be an important clue.
This blood. It's my sister's, right?
It appears so. Hunter's right hand was bandaged when I saw her in jail. She must have cut herself at the time of the crime.
Poor sis.
Is that it?
I guess so.
Okay, well. Why did you lie about those 5 minutes? I guess you could say I just wanted people to look at the results. The results? How many times do I have to say this? I wanted the chief prosecutor... I saw the chief prosecutor stab the victim before my eyes.
I wanted the chief prosecutor to stab the victim before my very eyes.
Yeah. Jeez. Compared to that, a 5-minute blank means nothing.
Then why didn't you just tell the truth?
Don't make me laugh. We're dealing with the most untrustworthy of the vile lot known as prosecutors. Failed evidence, arranged testimony, falsified evidence, arranged testimonies, erasing and manipulating evidence. When you fight monsters, you need every trick in the book. This is when the suspect is admitting she did it?
But false testimony is the most despicable crime of all, Miss Starr. Let's just get this over with.
Oh yeah, by the way, I was wrong when I said every single murderer has been a witness so far, because Von Karma wasn't a witness, he was a prosecutor.
That is true. That is true.
So, whoops.
I mean, well... Technically, he was also kind of a witness.
He never appeared on the witness stand, though.
Well, no, but didn't we cross-examine him a little bit as kind of like a witness?
I don't think we did.
Because we used a metal detector and shit on him.
Yeah, but we didn't cross-examine that.
No, I guess not. That was a very weird trial to begin with.
It was, yeah. And you found this shoe at the scene of the crime? Right, because like the picture that opened it up showed Edgeworth holding the gun right after someone, you know, fired.
Well, the gun was shot and it fell over and he died.
Well, no.
Because he fell into the water.
The guy who fell into the water was Yanni Yogi.
Right, he just swam.
Yeah.
But it was to presume that he got shot on the boat and died.
Yeah.
And then you see Edgeworth just holding the gun and all like, oh shit.
Uh-huh. But no, it was all like, I fired twice to get the attention of a witness, and then I actually killed the other guy earlier and threw him in the lake, and, you know, just...
But we only heard one gunshot.
Well, there's 3 gunshots in total, though.
I mean, yeah, but...
Yeah, in the opening sequence, we only heard 1. Oh, well. I detained the chief prosecutor and notified the police department. I wanted to make myself useful while I was waiting for the police to arrive.
So, like an ill-trained pooch, you snuck off with the shoe.
I was afraid someone would erase the chief prosecutor's crime. This shoe is my secret weapon if that should happen. See this fashionable basket I have here? It carries more than lunchboxes, gentlemen. I'm happy for you and your lunchbox bag, really.
In any case, you removed valuable evidence from the scene of the crime. Now, tell us what you did next.
So you brought it to the forensics department. If you're going to submit something as evidence in court, you need it approved. To do that, evidence must be analyzed by a forensics expert. And she got away with a little coup because she used to be a detective.
Coup. The shoe does appear to have bloodstains on it.
Well, the man was stabbed after all. And that blood belonged to the victim, Detective Goodman. As I said, there are 2 types of blood found on the shoe. You can't say for sure the blood belonged to the defendant with the blood test. You claim to know something about blood tests, Ricky? Huh? Well, speak up. Well, blood comes in 4 types. A, B, O, and AB. However, you can't tell from a blood test whether a murder was committed in cold blood.
That's just a figure of speech, Mr. Wright. Actually, we can differentiate between millions of types with all the blood tests out there. Which means that we can more or less narrow any sample of blood down to just 1 person. Or so I hear.
That's pretty specific. If I had a little more time, I would have gotten DNA test results. But they say there's very little doubt in anyone. It could be anyone's but Miss Lana Skies.
So the suspect's blood was found on the victim's shoe. That ties her directly to the death of Detective Goodman.
I was afraid you were going to say that. I can't let this evidence go through without a fight. You ordered the peppered fish guts, right? Some like it hot, Mr. Wright. Some, like your client, she's in enough hot water to make a vat of soup.
Mr. Wright, do you or don't you have a problem with this shoe?
A problem? This is critical. Is there a problem with the victim's shoe?
I mean, because, like, in this
usually
situation,
when
I would
this-
always say yes.
Yeah? If I'm not imagining things, I'd say there is one critical problem with this evidence. A clear contradiction. And that gleam in your eyes. You're still young, rookie. I'd give you a peppered fish cut now. But you couldn't take the heat, could you?
Let's hear what Mr. Wright has to say. What is contradictory about the victim's shoe? Show us the problem with this evidence. Is it the fact that it has her blood on it in like little drops, rather than a stain or some sort? Or I mean, the fact that it has her blood on it at all?
Well, no, she cut her hand, remember?
Right, but
I think it's actually this.
the fact that it's on the bottom right side of the shoe?
I wonder if you noticed.
Oh yeah, because if he was standing in his own blood after he got stabbed, it'd be all over the bottom of the shoe, not just on the one side.
Well, there's that. There's also the fact that there was no blood at the crime scene.
This is also true.
Mm-hmm.
I completely forgot about that. I thought it was just like an aesthetic thing.
No.
Or maybe they'd already like cleaned it up or whatever after the police investigation.
I mean, I guess that's possible. I don't know.
Just to remove some of the grisliness and everything to help look at everything else easier.
Yeah,
They do that sometimes.
that's fair, that's fair.
Anyway,
I wonder if you noticed, there's blood on the bottom of his shoe. Don't mess with me, rookie. Or it'll be your blood on the bottom of my shoe.
Indeed, there is quite a bit of blood on the bottom of the shoe. It makes sense. The victim was stabbed with a knife. What could possibly be contradictory about blood on the bottom of the shoe? His shoe.
Yeah, no blood here either. Well, except for on the jacket. The problem, it lies in the footprint. The footprint? Note that the bottom of the victim's shoe is covered in blood. Then, isn't it strange? Why weren't there any bloody footprints at the scene of the crime? Okay, well, that's not where I thought I was going to go with that, but I guess that works too.
Yeah. Aha!
As you can see, there is no traces of any such footprints at the scene of the crime. That contradicts her claim about the shoe. Mr. Wright, please get out of the projector.
This picture only shows part of the floor, so there could have been bloody footprints.
Then where are they, Mr. Edgeworth? Because we checked the scene and found nothing of the sort.
Order, order, order. Well, witness?
What? Huh?
Great going, Mr. Wright, but it's true that the lack of a footprint is a contradiction, but then we had to ask why there wasn't a footprint.
Oh.
That's true. There has to be a reason why there wasn't a footprint.
Think,
Mr. Wright.
Oh, sorry.
Think.
I don't know why I tried to read that.
Thinking of stealing my lines?
I just get so, I don't know, excited, jumpy, I don't know. I see a thing, I want to read it, I guess. I don't know.
Look like.
I don't know!
Alright.
Hey, I don't know why it's not there. I'm just good at finding contradictions.
What? I see. Now I get it.
Get what?
Our witness is more devious than I gave her credit for. We were hoodwinked to the very end. But she slipped. There is one vital hint to the truth in her testimony. Well, what are you talking about? Think back to when she told us about apprehending the suspect.
The chief prosecutor tried to resist, but her efforts were in vain. She knocked my hands aside, kicked over an oil drum. Oh, she's beautiful, but deadly. A predator, that one. A leopard woman. Rawr.
I thought that was a strange thing for the normally cool-headed chief to do.
No kidding.
Now, witness, allow me to ask a very simple question. This oil drum, was it empty?
Oh, that? I'm not sure I like your attitude, Mr. Edgeworth. Though apparently, you're not the slowest conveyor belt in the lunchbox factory.
Witness, well, was the oil drum empty?
The oil drum kicked over by the chief prosecutor was brimming with water. Water? What does that mean?
Still don't get it, Mr. Wright? Do you want to know the reason she knocked it over? The real reason? Aha! You don't mean... Yes, the suspect knocked over the oil drum for one reason and one reason alone. to erase the blood stains that would become evidence against her.
Whoa. Wow.
Hang on a second, there's no way she could have fucking known that it was full of water.
Unless the lid was open.
Right. But even then, like, it's an underground parking lot. Who thinks to just kick over an oil drum when it's over there on the other side of the car and running this way towards the, like, door would be more convenient? I
don't know, man.
Like, you have the partition in between the two.
Yeah.
Where she was supposedly arrested. So how did she manage to get there, run over here, kick over an oil drum, and then get arrested there or something?
I don't know.
Like, I'm just confused. Like, why, if she broke free, why didn't she fucking book it?
Maybe she wanted to erase the blood? Like they're saying? But, I mean, we know she's innocent, so why would she want that?
If that was what she wanted, then wouldn't it have, you know, erased everything from under the shoe and everything as well?
You would think.
I mean, if it erased all of the blood, it's going to erase all of the blood.
At least, I guess the thing is erase all the blood on the floor.
Okay.
And Goodman was in the trunk, and
his legs were, like, up in the trunk.
Yeah. So...
Okay, but what about his coat? Why did Lana appear to have it on before she even saw him?
I don't know. I don't know.
That's my big question in this whole thing. Why is she wearing his coat, and yet they're the only two around, supposedly, when he was stabbed to death?
I wish I could tell you.
Like, I like to think that maybe she had a relationship with him or something, but then everyone's saying they had absolutely nothing in common, so...
And why is she confessing to the crime?
Right.
Yeah.
That ties things up quite nicely. The bloodstains left on the victim's shoe tie her quite clearly to this murder. Then, after the deed was done, she knocked over the oil drum to erase the telltale signs.
Why, that's a prosecutor's specialty, erasing evidence. That reminds me, this guy's right hand was hurt. Didn't she say she cut herself when she stabbed him?
How do you do that? Like, how do you... Like...
I don't know.
What kind of, like, are you doing some sort of weird giant animal?
No,
shit like...
she's totally performing a satanic ritual. First providing the body and then cutting her wrist to supply the blood. You know what I mean?
But the body already has blood in it. Why would she need to use her own? Like,
you know, I don't know. I just kind of got carried away.
Also, if she's stabbing him like this, like, and her, how, like, did she miss the first time and stab her own and then fucking, like...
I'm gonna get you! Oh, hold on, I stabbed my own hand. Hold on, let me...
Well, I figured, like, maybe for some reason she, like, missed, like, trying to stab him from behind, and, like, it came back and, like, stabbed her, like, from the top of the hand down because she had it near her or something. Like,
I don't know.
How? How do you fuck up?
I don't know.
So, that's when my sister's blood got on the shoe?
Well, I see no reason to prolong this trial.
Stop yawning!
Stop yawning!
I'm only yawning because you yawned.
Mr. Wright, do something, please.
What? What can I do? Your sister has confessed to the crime, and she tried to conceal it.
But... Enough. There is no need for further debate. The verdict, Your Honor. Very well. But Angel Star is on the prosecution's side. She could have been lying about the water.
This court finds the defendant, Miss Lana Skye.
Little girl, what did you just say?
Huh? Me?
Did you just say that I, Angel Star, was on the prosecutor's side?
Well, yeah, you are. You're saying my sister hid evidence by erasing the bloody footprints.
Well, I thought you had your fill, but here we are, demanding a second helping. Another lunchbox. A lunchbox called evidence.
Wait, witness, don't tell me you have something else.
The time for deliberations is past. Any further comments, and you will be held in contempt of court.
Your threats don't scare the cough up, Queen. Look at this.
A photograph?
I had it just in case anyone had the gall to suggest that the white shoe didn't belong to the victim.
I see no room for error in this evidence.
Mr. Wright, wait. Look at the asphalt in this photo.
Hey, it's clearly wet.
Erasing the last trace of doubt from the court's mind. Immediately after the murder, the crime scene was washed with water.
I'm sorry, Mr. Wright. I guess I couldn't help after all.
You know, actually, that makes me wonder, why didn't we question whether the shoe belonged to Goodman? We kind of just like, oh yeah, I guess it does. But
I
then,
mean, I had assumed because it was white and he's wearing white suit, white hat, you know.
I mean, it actually,
the coat
you know,
was also his.
Yeah, and it
seemed
does.
very out of place for Lana to be wearing it because she wears usually, as far as I know, like black high heels, right?
Right, I know, and it actually does belong to Goodman, but like no one for a second was like, wait, you just found a shoe?
I mean, a little part of me was like, hey, it seems a little effeminate for him, but then I realized, oh, yeah, that's definitely a male loafer. It's just white, which is odd, but you know what, whatever. It matches the suit, so.
Yeah. It's not your fault. I knew we couldn't win this case from the beginning, and it seems this is what your sister wanted anyway.
Mia's gonna come to him and be like, Phoenix, what the fuck are you doing? You're a defense attorney!
Right. I'm sorry, Mia.
She just like reaches out, like just spirit slaps him across the face. You idiot!
I'm
Baka!
what? Like what? My defendant, my defendant, admitted to the crime. What do you want me to do, Mia?
Look for the contradiction. Why would an oil drum be full of water?
Because there was a water faucet right next to the partition. It was connected to the partition, actually. The partition itself was a tank of water.
Then it wasn't the oil drum that was kicked over, was it?
Do you think you're gonna who's gonna kick over a partition? The partition was still attached to the wall.
No. As in, someone could have turned the water faucet on.
I mean, I guess that's true.
The oil drum was probably already emptied. Just saying, think about it. Right. What or not? Don't be so quick to throw in the towel.
Wow, Mia really did speak to us. I thought we were just joking, but no, that's actually what happened.
I figured, because it got to that, the screen darkened, and I kind of figured it was going toward that.
Yeah.
Mia was going to pop up, or Maya was going to burst into the corner and be like, wait a second!
Maya, what are you doing? I thought you were spirit training.
I finished, like, just yesterday. I rushed home as quickly as I could.
It only took you 2 months to finish?
I mean, yeah, I'm one of the most powerful, like, psychics around now.
Oh, well, damn. Okay.
And that's what brought me here, anyway.
Oh.
Lana Sky is innocent.
What? Wow.
Get yourself up off the asphalt. Take another good look. Don't give up. Not until the bitter end.
This is the last piece of evidence.
Very well. This time I'd like to declare a verdict for good.
Objection. Your Honor, wait.
What is it with you people? Can't I hand down my verdicts in peace anymore? Whatever it is, can it wait?
No, it can't. Then it'll be too late. Look at this photograph, the one last submitted. This trial isn't over until we give each piece of evidence proper consideration. Right, how many times do I have to tell you to stop putting your head in the projector?
Right! Move your head! I can't see the projector with your face in the way!
So, right? Are you gonna move your head or not?
Yeah, fine.
Are you saying there's a problem with this latest piece of evidence?
Yeah. I'll think later. Yeah, there's a problem. Right or wrong, I've got to go ahead with this.
I suppose since we've come this far, we should give every claim a fair shake. Very well, Mr. Wright.
Show the court the problem with this photograph.
Well, his shoe is up out of the water, so... Also, it's facing downward, so how did Mia's blood get on it?
You mean Lana's?
Or, yeah, Lana.
Well...
Also, what's that weird thing sticking out of the muffler?
That was it.
Are you sure?
That was... the music stopped.
Oh. You're right? You're right? Okay. I thought it was just him saying, the problem with this is here!
And then it's gonna be like, right, where the fuck are you talking about?
Yeah, like, right, there's nothing wrong with that. I really didn't realize that the scrap of whatever that is in the mufflers. What's this? There's something poking out of the car's muffler. Wait just a moment, Mr. Edgeworth. Your Honor? You just said muffler. I knew it! I knew it!
What?
That when she was talking about a muffler, I knew it had something to do with the car, and not actually the fact that she was...
Wearing a muffler?
Right.
Gotcha.
However, I see no trace of a muffler or scarf of any kind in this photograph. A muffler is also a part on a car or motorcycle, Your Honor. It's... just think of it as part of the exhaust system. That's what it is.
Yeah.
A pipe. I see, and I see.
Wait a minute, who would know about a muffler scarf before they know of a muffler of a car? When I think of muffler, I think of the car first.
Right?
Yeah.
I didn't even know, I completely forgot that a muffler was also a type of, like, clothing.
Yeah.
Or appendage of clothing. Or not appendage, an accessory.
Mm-hmm.
What's that suspicious looking cloth sticking out of the car's muffler?
So, what if there's something sticking out of the muffler? What does that have to do with this case? Nothing. Absolutely nothing. Sorry, Miss Starr, but it's not going to be that easy. In fact, you've already told us why this is important to the case. You said as much in your testimony. What?
Let's hear what Mr. Wright has on his mind. Tell us why you think this piece of cloth in the muffler is related to this case. It's the Blue Badger, clearly! No.
The call?
Probably? That was it?
Yep. Miss Starr, recall your testimony for the court. Yes. When I arrested her, she mentioned the muffler. That's why it confused me earlier in the testimony.
So wait, is the car not Edgeworth's, but actually hers?
No, it's Edgeworth's. Muffler? Yeah! Could it be that the muffler you heard mentioned, was actually this exhaust pipe? If so, that means a piece of cloth is vital evidence.
Oh, I was slightly wrong. The exhaust pipe is actually the full piece that connects to the rest of it. The muffler is a large cone that goes around it to help the reverberation sounds of the muffler be quieter.
I see. Also, I don't know what was... it skipped the words. I don't know what was... I heard it did. I don't know what it was. Maybe it was just her screaming.
Probably.
Yeah.
Well, it seems we will have to suspend the proceedings.
Suspend?
I find myself wondering about that piece of cloth. If we leave any question unanswered here, we do a disservice to the law. Have the car at the crime scene inspected at once and bring me that cloth. The verdict will wait until after we've seen all the evidence. Agreed? I suppose so.
Whew. That was close. You're telling me, like, actually, if she didn't submit that photograph, he was just about to put it as guilty.
Yeah.
Like, Miss Angel Starr, you dug your own grave. I mean...
Right? She's the one that provided it and was like,
yeah.
well, fine, you want to dare insult me? Well, take that! And then...
yeah, and then they're like, wait a minute, but this means we have to keep going.
Right.
You fucking idiot.
Yeah.
But we made it. At least, for now.
This court will adjourn for a 30-minute recess. It's lunchtime, after all.
He's still hungry?
I mean, looks like kind of like a big guy.
I know you would still be hungry.
Shut up! Not fat, just chubby.
I mean, yeah. Okay, I don't know what you want me to say.
It's still before noon? What the fuck?
Listen, most people don't sleep till noon like us.
Apparently. Mr. Wright?
Huh? What?
Are trials always like this with you? Like you're swimming up from the bottom of a lake, about to reach the surface, but no matter how hard you paddle, you never seem to get there?
Pretty much. Except today, we're swimming in quicksand. So, what happened to your sister anyway?
Apparently she got called off to the judge's chambers.
Probably something to do with that piece of cloth.
So, this is where we turn this trial around, right? Our only weapon, a tiny, insignificant piece of cloth.
I'm the one who's starting to feel tiny and insignificant, to tell you the truth. Ola, partner. I'm gonna guess that's him. Yeah.
Damn it, I was really hoping it was Gumshoe making an impression.
Yeah. Hola, partner. Yeah.
Jeez.
What's up, pal?
Right. They say if you show a red cloth to a bull, it'll fire up its temper. That's what they told me when I was a youngin', at least.
Officer Marshall.
Thought I might come take a look and see how the trial's going. Looks like I'm late. They thought the home ranch was locked. They got the home ranch locked down tighter than a fort in enemy territory. That hard to slip out, huh? What's going on over there anyway? All the police I've seen these last 2 days have been really on edge. Don't you got enough to worry? Don't you got enough on your plate to worry without worrying about other people, compadre? You could be worrying about the chief prosecutor's case in Mufflers, for example.
Officer Marshall? The whole muffler thing didn't have anything to do with scarves. She wasn't even wearing a scarf.
You don't say. Now don't that just beat all?
Why is he always shaving?
I don't know.
Why is that his default idol position? Yeah, I really kind of see what you're talking about.
Maybe his hair just grows really fast, so he has to always be shaving to make sure it doesn't grow too much.
Jeez.
I've seen the red breeze blow at her slender neck many a time. I saw it that day too. She was wearing a red muffler.
What?
At the award ceremony that afternoon. Edgeworth has seen it too, I'd reckon. What does that mean? In the photograph taken at the crime scene, she wasn't wearing a scarf. Well, it was probably because it got stuffed in the muffler. The muffler is in the muffler.
Haha! But the cloth in that appeared to be white, so...
Oh, I don't know then.
So Miss Starr wasn't mistaken.
Well, it's about time. Remember, partner, sometimes you gotta grab the bull by the horns. And sometimes you gotta let that bull go where it will. Time will tell.
Also, just his little bit there, it's about time.
Yeah.
Hmm.
I got a bad feeling about this. And we'll figure out what that bad feeling might be in the next episode. See you guys next time.
Bye.